Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. It's day 111, week 16 of me doing the NHS Path Remission Programme, and I'm coming to the end of week 4 on the food reintroduction phase. And yeah, things are going well. I'm going to try and keep this video a bit short because I've turned my fans off to kind of keep audio quality okay, but it is still fairly warm, so you might suddenly start seeing me glisten over as I heat up. So we'll crack right into it. Start off talking about my measurements. So on Thursday, I'd lost another 1.7 kilos, which brought me down to 149.1 kilos, so officially under 150 kilos, probably for the first time in a long time. So that was really nice. And it means I've lost a total of 32.4 kilos so far, which is literally just over 5 stone. So it's like 5 stone, 1 pound. So both officially under 150 kilos and officially lost 5 stone in, I think it's about 4 months. Because I started on the 24th of March. It's now coming up to the 12th of, well, it's the 12th of July today. So March, April, May, June, July. So almost 5, just over just over 4 months. So yeah, it's well, actually no, it'd be the editor because March to April is 1 month, then April to May, to May to June, to July is 4. I was right, 4 months. So 5 stone, 4 months, crazy, absolutely. I never thought I would ever achieve anything like that, but I have, because I stuck to the plan as pretty much written. No deviations, no cheating. I've managed to do it. It's just one of the things. Like I kind of go through these phases every now and again, just feeling like a bit of an imposter because like I was able. It felt overall like it's been feeling achievable. Even though there were like some particular weeks, especially in the beginning, which were incredibly hard, but overall, I think because of the amount of like research and time, and I've been in the right mindset, and the opportunities arrived at the right time. I've gone through it, so I always kind of feel like a little bit of an imposter about it, but I keep getting reminded that I have put in the work because I've followed the plan and I've done my research. I'm doing the work, and it's paying off. So yeah, it's great, and so that means I'm also closing in on my 20% total body weight goal loss as well. I think I'm only 3.9 kilos off that, so I should achieve that in the next 3 to 4 weeks. And then after that, obviously, we'll move the goalpost again and kind of go for 25% original body weight loss. A quarter of my weight gone will be goal after that, and I'll need to weigh in at I think 136.1 kilos, which means I would have lost 45.4 kilos to get to that. So yeah, still again a long way to kind of go for that. But yeah, I'm certain I can now do it. I have that mentality and mindset that this is easy to continue to do. I've made it easy for myself to do, and I'll explain a bit like in a moment. Blood glucose levels have increased again. They've gone back up to 6, but that's still like the coach is fine with that. As like again, it's when I was saying as long as it's between 4 and 7, you're okay. It could be again for multiple factors. One, my body's now getting used to digesting like carbs and actual foods. Again, I try and keep my meals as low carb possible, but there are in there just because they are a good energy source. But along with the protein and fiber, that should help with the like leveling it out. Like there shouldn't be any like blood glucose peaks as I go through. It's been warm again, and I probably haven't been drinking as much fluids like water as much as I've been smashing back the Iron Brew Extra or Zero as it is, because it's only 3 calories a can, and it's delicious. But I do need to still keep drinking my squash and my water as well. So I'm going to keep trying to get like a litre of squash in and a litre of water as well as the Iron Brew Zero. So I think that's probably what it is, because if I'm not drinking enough liquid, it's not diluting my blood. And if the heat, I'm sweating and dehydrated, again, it just concentrates my blood sugar levels, I think. So that's where that can be a bit of an issue. So again, keep it monitored. As long as it doesn't go, as long as I don't go past the 7 mark again, or get too high in the 6s. As long as it kind of fluctuates between 5 and 6, I'm happy. Obviously, the lower, like between, if I can get to like 4.5, is where I think I would like it to go at some point. That'd be great. But again, we'll just keep it monitored to see how it goes. Blood pressure, I think I can't remember what it was last time. If it was in the like 117 or something, over like 65 or something. This week it was 125 over 73, which again is fine, all within kind of like acceptable parameters. So coach was happy with all of those. So yeah, measurements good. Meals are going well on the food reintroduction. So had the last shake ever last Tuesday before last. I did do a little Instagram post saying about it. So yeah, completely no more shakes anymore. I'm now during the week having 3 meals and kind of like a snack meal, and then at the weekends I'm just having 3 larger meals. I'm not really doing the snack. You might hear a plane coming over. Apologies about that, because I've got the windows open. So yeah, and with the way that I work, like how I think best suits my personality and attitude when it comes to the meals. So the work week will have the same meals. So like the breakfast bowl, yogurt, cheesecakey thing that I have in the morning for breakfast, the tuna veg salad I have for lunch, and then the my full Monty Chilenaise for dinner, which is the Chilenaise portion with 200 grams of like mixed veg with carrot batons, sugar snap peas, and baby corn, and then 80 grams dry weight of protein pea pasta. And actually, that makes quite a substantial meal. And again, it's only around about 700 calories. So I have like just over 400 calorie breakfast, a just under 400 calorie lunch, and then a 700 calorie dinner, and then again another kind of like 400 calorie snack, which is like a chicken sandwich, wrap thing that I've come up with, which is quite tasty as well. And then on the weekend, I will do something a bit different to just kind of like add in that kind of bit of variety. So in the breakfast, I'll try and put pictures up of the meals as I kind of say them. So on the weekend, the breakfast is scrambled egg with 2 kind of like small ham and cheese toasties, and then which are delicious. They're great, love them. And then for lunch, I kind of turn the chicken sandwich snack that I have through the work week into kind of more of like a meal kind of scenario, by adding like a pack of Walker's baked crisps and a small Baby Bell. Depending which one's offered, it'll either be the light Baby Bell or like the protein one or just the regular one, because the stats don't move too much on those. I just update them in the calorie tracker when I do choose whichever one. And then I don't. Then again, I'll have the full Monty Chilenaise, because it tastes so good, guys. I don't mind eating that every day, because I got my 3 different spice pots. I can change out the flavor profile each time, so it doesn't. It's not going to get boring anytime soon. And then, as I say, because the meals are kind of a bit larger, because the breakfast on the weekend is like just under 700 calories itself, and then the sandwich meal is again around about 600, and then the dinner is about 700 calories. So again, I kind of forego having the snack to increase those ones throughout the week. And that also means because I'm out doing stuff or playing video games or whatever. So it kind of helps for flexibility that way. Although this weekend, because I messed up with a bit of the shopping, I'd been experimenting with the chicken sandwich. Like at first I wanted it to be part of like a pita bread, but I found that the pita bread couldn't quite handle the fillings that I had for it, because I've now introduced like leafy greens into it, and it just fell apart. So I changed that out for a wrap, which works so much better. And it's only a couple, like 10-20 calories more, and that's fine. I'm well within kind of like my calorie limit for that. So I did snack a bit more on the weekend with eating the leftover pittas, which obviously carbs are my weakness. Bready things and crisps are absolutely my weakness, but I still made sure to track them in the calorie tracker so I could see where I was at it, and I still did not go above my, like, what the calorie app would tell me was my allowance. So I'll go a bit more into detail about that. So with the activity that I'm doing and my weight, the calorie app tells me that my total daily expenditure is around about 3,400, just under 3,400 calories. So if I ate 3,400 calories and I was doing all the amount of activity and just existing, that'd be like my maintenance level of calories. If I ate that much, I would not lose weight. I should not gain weight and I would not lose weight. I would stay consistent. So the app tells me that in a 500 calorie deficit, I'd be eating around about 2,800 calories. And then I've set my own personal target of, I don't really want to consume more than 2,100, 2,200 calories. Kind of keep it that low because that's kind of what the average is. And my mindset and thinking behind that is as I lose weight, that deficit target that the calorie will assign me will get lower. And I feel it would be better if I get myself used to eating at 2,100 to 2,500 calories regularly. And as I lose weight, the deficit comes down and meets that. I don't have to, like, say, if I went the opposite way and I said, I can eat up to 2,800 calories, and I did that, I would then have to, as I was losing more weight, I then have to dial it back down. So it does two things. By me kind of giving myself this 2,000 calorie target, it does two things at once. One, it means that I'm already prepared for, as I'm losing weight, when it gets to that point, I'm already eating at that level. It's fine. I don't need to do any extra work. Two, by eating in that, it gives me obviously a massive deficit still of around about 1,000, almost 1,000 calories from the total daily expenditure. In fact, yeah, it's around about 1,200 calories or something like that, which means I should still lose like 1.5 kilos a week, or between 1 to 1.5 kilos a week, which is good going forward. So yeah, that's kind of like my target with that. I'm just going to double check actually. I'll read out because where I track it on chronometer. So like say on the Friday, was it Friday? That was on Thursday. So on Thursday, yeah, with my breakfast bowl, my veg tuna salad, the full Monty Chilenaise, and the chicken sandwich. I call it chicken sanga in my app for some reason, with the name I came up with. And this was alongside with like 5 Iron Brew extras in there as well. I hit how much I consumed apparently was 1,965 calories. So under that 2,000 limit. But I did eat 100% of my recommended protein, which was 180. Well, so my what it kind of tells me is my recommended protein intake is 179 grams. I ate 180. Carbs, it says I can go up to 323 grams. I only ate 219. And then fats, it's like aiming for 95. 830. So fat is the only thing on here which is quite considerably lower than everything else, but I don't think that's much of a problem at the moment. Some people have said it might be kind of thing, but the problem is when trying to introduce fats, it's about making sure that you have healthier fats rather than unhealthy fats. I think that's the difference between saturated and unsaturated. So like things like milk and cheese, like dairy products, I think is saturated fats, which is not good. I can't remember. I'm not 100% on that. And then you have healthier fats, which are from like fish oil, nuts, and other things like that. So there are probably some ways I could increase the calories of some meals. Like say I could maybe add chopped nuts to the top of my breakfast bowl. Because like one thought in my head was like, oh, maybe I can just swap out the 0 fat Greek yogurt for fat Greek yogurt to increase the calorie. Like it'd be 200 calorie increase, and it would increase the fats. But then I was like, oh, I think those are saturated fats, which aren't the best fats to do that with. Again, to do with research at the moment, I'm not going to worry about it too much with how low the fat is. I think it's still acceptable. It's just in my mind, it'd be a case of just kind of monitoring it, make sure that I still have the energy levels, and obviously the protein is going to give me that energy and also help me retain muscle while I'm trying to lose fat. And obviously the carbs will be the quick release energy I need when doing activity and stuff as well. And fats, I think, is more to do with kind of like hormonal side of things, but I'll kind of do a bit more research and find out with that. So yeah, so I'm happy with kind of like setting my target, but as I say, I made sure, like, even though I did snack on those extra pita breads that I had, because I ordered too many, I didn't need them because I'm now using wraps, so I just basically snacked on the pita breads throughout the weekend. But I made sure to still track them, and I was still within, even though I was over my target of 2,000 calories, I was still under the target allowance. I only went up to like 2,600 calories yesterday, which is still well within deficit, so not a problem with that. Anything, so that's kind of talking about the app and the foods. Doing more activity. I can't remember if I mentioned before, so I was doing swimming, but I've kind of sacked off the swimming for now, and I'm hopefully going to maybe do some more kind of sessions of badminton with my mum. during the week when we're both free. And the reason for that is that I just wasn't vibing with the like how the swimming was done in my local area. We've only got like a couple pools, and the only one that I can get to regularly and do swimming at was it's kind of feels a bit too regimented. In the case of like you gotta like book a slot and it's just lane swimming. There's no kind of like, it's not that I want to mess about with swimming or anything like that, but I want to be able to go at my own pace, not have to worry about bumping into people in a lane or anything like that. And when I've mentioned it to friends in my kind of like fitness chat thing on my Discord group, they said, yeah, no, it's understandable, like save swimming for when you're on holidays and stuff like that. So I'll still like do activities. I'm still doing the badminton and the walking. I'm still doing like 10,000 steps a day most days. And then soon I'm now kind of like starting to do exercises in my home, kind of like gym and core, upper lower body strength exercise that a friend has helped me with a list of ones that I can do. And then I'm thinking maybe at the beginning of beginning of August, I might start actually joining a gym and using the machines in there. So yeah, so activity is still going to go up, which is really good. And then kind of like, it's just, I suppose more, it's just kind of like the mindset kind of stuff. Like I'm definitely feeling more comfortable now that I've kind of set out the menus and stuff for my meals. I know that they're easy for me to stick to. They taste really good, easy to meal prep and make. So yeah, I feel like I've, like, without sounding overconfident or anything, but I feel like I've nailed it. It will be just a case of making sure that I don't go rogue on like days, or if I do go rogue, you can't go rogue 2 days in a row. It can only be you go rogue one day and then that's it, you're back on track. And then that can only happen like say once a month or once every few weeks. You can't have that happening multiple times a week. So that'll be the only thing to worry about. I'm prepared now to go out to like social functions with friends, because again, it would just be a case of me making sure that I bank up calories for if I know we're going out for a meal in the evening. Obviously I wouldn't have like a snack or anything meal, or if I may reduce my full Monty Chilenaise just down to the Chilenaise portion, because that drops it by like 300 calories. So then I know I can go out and have a meal with friends, depending on what time of day it is or what day it is, and that wouldn't affect my overall deficit going forward. So prepared for that. So yeah, all going well. I feel like there's probably something I was really going to talk about, but because I didn't write it down because I don't really do scripts, I've forgotten, and that happens. But yeah, I think general overall message is I still feel like it's going really well. I still need to make the video about what I feel has helped me succeed in the 12 weeks of the total diet replacement. But again, it's just been far too warm, and I just haven't had the time to really edit it. And as I say, I've upgraded the audio quality of my mic thanks to some friends of a friend. I suppose that's probably something else I can talk about as well. As I've kind of like have found the confidence in doing this lifestyle change. That's another thing I just thought about talking about as well. Is I want to use this energy of doing a lifestyle change, not just for my weight and my health, but also for other things that I enjoy and I'm passionate about. So for ages, I've always wanted to do voiceover stuff. I love voice acting. The idea of voice acting, I think it's brilliant. I love storytelling, imagination, voice acting. It's kind of one thing. So had the opportunity again. Love it when opportunities pop up. A friend of a friend who I was speaking to a friend, I noticed his mic quality had improved. He said, "Oh, I have a friend who has a hobby who's passionate about doing audio stuff." And I said, "Oh, I could probably put you in touch and he'd be happy to help you." And I'd be like, "Yeah, absolutely, he'd love to." And he put me in touch with him, and he said, "Oh, here's a couple things you can purchase and download for software. Then send me a recording. I'll work out what makes you sound good, and then we'll go through it together and do that." And we did that. So now, hopefully, you might be able to tell the audio quality is a lot better. And now, so that's giving me kind of like the thing is like, well, now I've spent money, like a little bit of money to get like this audio quality down. And I know in the past people have said that I've got a great voice. Why don't I start actually doing voice work stuff? So yeah, a couple of times, but it's not been too warm. I've kind of read a couple of scripts, recorded it, and now I know how I sound like and how to deliver that. I'm now going to get some download some free software to kind of edit it, kind of like snip it and change little bits to like get rid of breaths and stuff. And yeah, I'm going to try and start doing that as well. as kind of like another lifestyle change, is to follow a passion of mine to hopefully, use this energy elsewhere and get into that. So fingers crossed, we'll see what happens with that. And then the other thing I just remembered about is I've been thinking about ways to cement that I'm in this lifestyle change and it's going to be going on for a long time. And I'm thinking that when I get to a certain point in my life where I'm happy with how I look, I'm happy with how I feel, and I'm happy with what I've achieved, and so it's like, well, how do I mark and celebrate that time? And I know my mum's going to hate this probably when I say it, but part of me has thought about getting a tattoo. But I have to really think about it and what I want on my kind of to do if I were to do that, what I would want, where I would want it. And then once I've decided that, I'd have to wait for a long time and say, then come back to it, say, do I still want that? And I go, yes, I do. Because obviously, when it comes to lifestyle change, you get all these kind of really cliche kind of things like phoenix, butterfly, whatever kind of stuff which is nothing wrong with that. If you feel that, if you have that, and that's the reason, go for that. Do you. But I don't think that would suit me in what I was saying. So I would need something a bit more kind of like me coded for that. So that might be something I'll be thinking about in the future. Sorry, Mum. Sorry, Grandma. As well. Granddad, I don't think you really care that much. But yeah, it's just a thought that popped into my head. It's like something sure, I could obviously have an event with family and friends to celebrate it, so that. But then I'd want something a bit more permanent that I could look at and reflect and go, yeah, I did that. This reminds me of that kind of thing. And a tattoo is kind of like one of the few permanent things that you could do and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll kind of think about that going forward. But yeah, so those are two other things. It's so watch this space. Maybe in the future you'll listen to something narrated by me. That would be cool. And then if you ever meet me in long time in the future and go, oh yeah, you got a sick tattoo, and I'll be like, yeah, it's because it relates to this, and that'd be cool. We'll see. But yeah, so to repeat, overall, everything's still going really well. I'm confident in the journey and going on, and I can continue doing this, and I will get to my next goal of 20% original body weight loss, and then head on to 25% original body weight loss. Going to the gym soon, and yeah, I'm still really happy and good in most things about life. It's all going really well. So thank you for watching. I'm sorry for this ramble. I'll try and make something more structured in the future, I promise. I probably won't. But yeah, thank you so much for your support. I really like making these videos when I can. I apologize for not making one last week, but it was warm again and I was busy. But I always will at least try and do one every 2 weeks. And I think once the food reintroduction phase is finished, I probably will just stick to 2 weekly long form videos, and then just updating weekly on TikTok and YouTube Shorts with my weigh-ins going forward. So look out for that. Again, if you have any comments, please pop them down below. If you want to carry on following me through the journey, make sure you're subscribed. I'm doing that bit now, guys, I know. Put a thumbs up to the video if you enjoyed listening to me ramble about the journey. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video on Thursday when I upload the short showing my weigh-in. And I hope you guys take care. Look after yourselves. Be good. Be awesome. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves and goodbye.